Hello everyone. Today I want to show you how I made these lily pads, and I'm just going to do a card and everything, but how quick and easy they are to make. I put gloss on my fish and water bottle bubbles, and it really made it look like a real koi fish, I thought, now that I completed it. So I'm going to get started. So I took, these are diamond press oval shaped dies, and this is the smallest one, and then this is the second to the smallest. And I cut out two big ones and a little one because I'm gonna do the card. So I decided I'm gonna do this one a little bit different, and I'm gonna show you. So first of all, I'm gonna cut in a V like in here for this, and just to make it look like more of a lily pad. And don't worry if it gets a little nicked up, because when we put it in to the embossing folder, it will be okay. I just want to show you, you don't need a special die for this. We can do it with just a regular die and make it look like a real lily pad with the texture and everything. All right, so since I did that, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to watercolor these before I put them in. This is my embossing folder, and I got this off of HSN. It's Crafter's Companion 3D embossing folder and die set. But since I'm doing the oval, I'll be setting them in these, and this is what creates that look, that it looks like a real lily pad and everything. And then I poked a hole in so I could put the stem of the lotus flower in, and it really makes it look nice. So we're going to start off with watercoloring these, and I have to look what color I did these, because I think I went with this shiny green, and this dark green, with shiny green and dark green. So I'm going to spray those too, and I'm going to get my brush. Whoops, not that one. I have my favorite brush. Running out of water too. Oh, wait, here. Okay. I need a wiping thing here. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. I'm going to zoom in. That way you can see too. So basically what I do is I take it and I start going along the edge here with it, pulling it out. Like that. Then I take the center, because I want to, it doesn't look like it's doing much. And this is regular cardstock that I'm doing it on too. But what it does is it softens the card up. And when you put it in the 3D molder, the folder, not the molder, folder, it softens the paper up that you can make it. And as it dries, it hardens it up and makes it look so realistic with the lily pads. And the reason I'm doing the centers is because of it looking like it's grooved down. These are, I'm going to just flare it out a little bit. Like that. Do another big one. And this way you can make your own lily pads if you got the koi fish, and we'll be able to see how quick and fun these are. I'm pretty sure HSN, I'll have to look, and if they do have them, the embossing folder. I love it because you can still use it to make all different kinds of flowers. I made tulips and daffodils and everything with that one. A lot of different shapes. Now just remember you're going all different ways here with that. Okay, and this goes fairly fast. And I just like this color, and it has like a shimmer to it. And that's why I'm picking it. It's shimmery green, and what is it? Green shimmer and dark green shimmer, that's what it is. And this is from Diamond Press, the watercolor, the ultimate color paints. I think this is still available too on HSN. I'll give you some ideas. Okay. All right. I'm going to just set this off to the side. And put that there. So, now, the thing about these plates, the top here, this is the piece that this side is embossed. This is debossed on this side. So what I did was, let me zoom out a little bit so you can, whoops, going back in, so you can see what I'm doing here. What I did was I turned these upside down, and then I went and put it in a folded, I manipulated it around that I seen where it would fit the nicest. To create the shape, and there's no right or wrong. And then the smaller ones, I did the same thing. And then I'll show you how I fixed, and I just want to make sure that the little piece is in. So I have them laying on top, color side in the indentation part of it. Is that how I did it? Or did I face it up? No, wait, I gotta think. Yeah, I did this right. Okay, so now I'm gonna flip it over so you can see. Now you will be able to see more of how the shape's gonna be in the color and everything. Uh-oh, I wasn't holding it tight. Right here, put that one like that. Maybe I'll put that one in the big one like that instead of a small one. Okay. Okay. I'm going to bring out my platinum. And this is a 3D one. So I need, I think, plate A, this plate, and I just need this plate to go through. Sure that this worked. Yes. So this one fell out a little bit. I'm gonna have to redo this one again. So I'm gonna pull the other ones off, and don't get worried if you fell out of it. We can fix that. But now you can see how it looks. But I'm gonna redo one because I'm not happy with that one being like that on the edge there. Okay. Put this back on and run it through one more time. See that? See how it fixed it? Okay. And if you have a little bit of color in there, just wipe it, because it's just watercolors and it will come out clean. And now the center of the flowers will have them little dots, which what I do is I go in here, and while it's still damp, I'll take my tweezers and push into the center to keep reshaping it, and it will remove them dots out of there. But it still gives it the lily pad. And as it dries more, we will have a nice shaped lily pad real quick. Okay. And you see, I like some of them I didn't even have in the center, but I just want you to see the texture of them. They really do look like lily pads. Okay, so let me clean this up a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint my lilies. I cut 2 each of these were from Gummiapan, and I'm going to use this orange shimmer. I'm going to make these peachy, and I'm just going to blend this out, because I'm going to keep it dark on the bottom half. I might trim it apart too. Because I like to make them look differently. I love watercoloring. I told you before, I really do love watercoloring. This one I'm going to have dark in the center. And blend it out to light. Just blending this all out. There's a little shimmer. And I might take a little green here, because I don't know yet what I'm going to be doing, how I'm splitting them up. Okay, and then this one I'm going to do the tips in. Let's go up. Blend it down. There we go. I'm just doing the tips of it and everything here to give it a little bit of darkness. And then I'm just going to water this down to come into the center like that. And I guess I'll do a little bit of green here too, because I don't know exactly what will be showing. All right, so my lilies are finished. Now I'm going to show you how I did my koi fish. And it was, I made 3. I did 2 alike and then 1 that was different. And I'm going to take this and put it on the white so you can see what I do. And I'm going to stick with the koi fish in black and orange and white, because as I was looking at, can you see how cool they turned out putting that, what is it that I put on this crystal drops? So I'm going to put crystal drops on too. Now it's not going to look like that when I get done with it until it dries good. But what I do is I just took a little bit of orange like this, and I did my orange first. And these are watercolor markers too. And I'm going to spritz it a little bit, and I'm just going to lay my one fish in here on top. I like coloring like this. It's easy for me to pick up colors and make it look really natural. Maybe I'll put a little bit up here, his nose. See? And he'll look more natural for me. Okay. And do the next fish. I might do him like that. He needs a little wet here. Just a wee little spritz. And maybe I'll do his nose up in here, because koi fish are all different colors and everything. I'll do his tail in the back here like this. And see how natural they get looking and everything. Okay. Okay, this one I'm going to do in the middle. He'll be a little bit lighter. See that? Okay. Now I'm going to wipe this off. And the reason I have it on the paper towel is so you can see the coloring. I'm going to take the black and go like this. And spritz this a little. And we're going to take the fish and we're going to go down here like this. See that? Maybe a little bit on his tail. And on this side. See that? Now he looks more, I should do a little bit more orange, so he's pretty faded. Let me go down here. And it's basically on your preference of what you like to see. There we go. Okay. And this is how I colored them before. Same way. Now, I spritz them so it like dilutes it a little, so you can control it a more too. I'm going to just take that. See how that one ran through? That one I'm going to leave the way it is. And this one, I'm just going to put on here like that. And it gives them all that natural look of see that? And I'm done with them. And that's the extent of coloring or watercoloring these koi fish. I think the accent gloss, putting that crystal clear on there really lightens them up. Okay. I just wanted to share what I did there with that, so you could see how fun it is to play. So now the next thing is I'm going to put this on a cardstock of 6.5 by 5, but I cut my piece down already to, I cut this piece, I wanted to show you what I was going to do. I cut this piece down to, let's take this out, 6 by 4 3/4. And I want to show you what the koi fish look like. It's the die cuts. It's those two. You can get this off of Color Me Nordic. She has them on stock. And like I said, now you know how to make your lily pads from oval shapes. And then I got this off of Michael's. It's a film strip, but I thought this would really be cute to look like a pond or whatever. So, but I'm going to save this for this. And I just like the rough edges around here. It was perfect size for what I needed. But I want to add texture onto here. So I'm taking my Anna Griffin Cuddle Bug, and it has sort of like a, you know, shape to it. And basically I am going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz the back of this with water just real lightly. And then I'm going to lay this in. Now with Anna Griffin's, hers protrudes out and indents where the writing is. Crafter's Companion does the opposite. And I'm just looking for a pretty design that will add texture to my card front. And, oops, sorry. Anna Griffin's papers fit in the Cuddle Bug. I had the too hard of a plate when I did this before, so now I try to watch the way I set my plates up. And I think this may not be enough because it don't have no tension. I have to look at it. Let me see how it looks. If it isn't working, no. I'm going to try putting the gray plate on, and I'm not sure. Okay, let's take the A plate. So it's, these are playing with the plates. Oh, no. Okay. Let me see. If I put this one underneath. And let me put a shim, an F. And then put C on top. This might be what I need. Sometimes it takes a little bit to figure out what to get your, especially, still not happy with that. Wait, I need more. Let me hold on here. Okay, so I ended up putting copier paper, 2 slices of copier paper on it, and this is what I came up with. It did emboss it really nice to give it texture. So then this was scrap paper that I had got from the Dollar Tree out of a packet, and I thought this really was cool looking. So I cut this down and like 1/8 of an inch shorter, and I'm gonna lay this on top of there. Now the pattern, it's marbleized like on both sides. So I think I'm just gonna glue it like this onto here, because I'm gonna have this as a flat card. And I'm just going to go along the edge here to make sure that I can and this is my debossed side. And I'm just going to make sure that it does not stick out like that. I think I should have glued this too. Just stick it underneath here. Hang on. All right, let me just set it little. I didn't think about the edges here. I think once you start gluing things down, it will be okay though. All right. All right, so now I want to have the card go on landscape. So I'm going to glue this on top like that. I don't know if I should do another layer, another matte layer of dark 6 1/4. Yes, 6 1/4 by 4 3/4 to make a matte. Then I'm going to put on top of here, and then I'm going to layer it onto the card. So first I'm going to put this one on. I put double-sided tape on, just to make sure that I have it. I'm eyeballing this. I do a lot of eyeballing. And then I'm going to glue this on onto the back part of the. I think by layering it with the black, it adds more drama to it too. Thickens your front of your card, but I think it really does a lot. Now, just going to put this one right about here. Really adds dimension to it. And then I was going to lay a couple of these like in throughout, but I was trying to figure out if I wanted to, because I want to put the fish staggered throughout too. Now right now they don't look like they are. You know what? Go this way and have this one like this, because you want them going all different ways. And come down this way. Bring that up here, because I want to add movement into the card and everything. And this, maybe this one in here like this. I have another big one. I want to balance it out. That. And see how much dimension it put on these with it. I might layer this one to, that there's three flowers, 5 petals, or lotus. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim this, trim the back one, put it up. Okay, I'm just gonna snippety doo dah here. That's what I love about these dies. I keep saying it over and over, but I'm sorry that it's just that I do love that you can manipulate them and make them more dimensional than they are here. And it just looks great. I'm going to put this in the back like that. Or should I put this in the front like that? Now I'm confusing myself. I think I should have had this like that. Okay, that's the way I'm going to go with it. I'm going to just layer the front that's closer to us. I might twist it a little to make it look a little more fuller too. This piece I can throw away. All right. Give me 1 minute and I will figure out how I'm going to glue them down. Okay, so I cut out a sentiment just for you from my Diamond Press mini card medallion. I just love these sentiments. And I think this is the way I'm going to lay it up. So first I'm going to glue the sentiment together. And I did a green, and then I did this like forest green, variegated with a little bit of a gold in it. And I'm going to run this across like I do to get it together. So I can hook them together because I'm going to cause a little drop shadow on it. Just a little one like that. I'm going to put my block on there just to hold it down a little bit. Then I'm going to clean this up so I don't get it on my card. Okay, wait a minute, let me do a little rubbing alcohol. That was rubbing alcohol I put on there to clean it up so I don't mess up the back of my card. So what I'm gonna do is start gluing these pieces down. So I'm just gonna take a glob of glue and go right here because I just wanted to kind of just look organic. And still have dimension. And I'm just gluing on the backs here. Maybe I'll take this and like this. And this one I definitely want there. Because I want my words to go on top of that to make it pop. I love playing with paper. And it does look like you're looking down in the pond area here with this. I want to keep it like in the pond area too. Keep this one. And do you see, it really, the lily pads look so natural with them like this. Now I'm going to glue the fish. I'm going to bend them a little bit. And I'm only doing one layer of the fish because I think when you use that glossy accent, it really, like, darkens the color and brings them to life, I think. And it's creating movement in my card. So these are really, I never thought I need koi fish. And Japanese, I think in Japanese they say this brings peace and love. I'm not sure. I was reading a little bit about koi fish. And something with dragons, I've seen that they, that's what I guess they remind them of. See that? I wanted to keep that so it'll pop too. Okay, so this one, let me bring this down here. I'm just trying to get this that you can understand. I don't want to make this video too long, but I wanted to go over the detail with you that you could see what was going on with this. I have to put more glue on this one though because of all the embossing and that, to make sure that it connects. And I like leaving my cards blank in the center so anybody can write their own personal messages on it. It really makes it so uniquely personalized. Okay, let me make sure I got everything on there. I just was making sure. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go down. I'm gonna show you how I add this crystal drops on here. I have this for a while, but I'm just squeezing a little bit and staying and like filling it in like a coloring book, because you have to watch it you don't get air bubbles in it. And seriously, when this dries, it looks like the fish is wet, and that's what I wanted it to do. And I don't have it like it's see, I got it off here, so I'm going to dig that up a little bit so it goes in. And I'm not squeezing like an enormous amount on it neither. So that way it dries. It has dimension on it, but it will look realistic, like the fish are in the water, because it gives them that shine. I went off the edge again on that. But I want to make sure they don't get no air bubbles in, because wait, I want to go down here. And what's really nice is I can drag it down with my tweezers here and fill it in. And once it dries, you'll see, well, I can show you again how my other one turned out after putting this on. I didn't think about it when I took the pictures of it the last time, but with it being completed, I thought, oh, now this really finished it off. There we go. And it does not take much at all. And sometimes I go like this to smack it down to level it a little. But once it dries, you get that effect. And it will darken up the oranges and really make it pretty. And as you can see, this one I didn't notch, and I did like try to curve it a little more, but these I left it but added the little notch in it. And I think just by using your smallest oval dies, that makes it. And along with Crafter's Companion, the embossing, 3D embossing folder. You do have to make sure though that, because this embossing folder is 6 by 9 inches, so you have to have a machine that will hold a 6 by 9. Well, it's more the width of it and everything. But yeah, so once this dries, I'll take better pictures of it and everything, and you'll be able to see the depth. And just adding a little bit, it just finishes off the card, I think. By this one, I made my own paper. I took the watercolor and took it on a piece of plastic and brushed across with like a light turquoise. And then I took and flipped my paper and dabbed it into the water to make it look like bubbles. But then I had to make the fish look like, you know what? I guess I could do that too here. Let me add a little bit of bubbles from the fish breathing. I didn't even think of that until I looked at this one. So I'm going to add a couple bubbles. And I'm just not going to do real big ones, just little ones. Because you want to make it look like they're coming to the surface. There we go. And it will give a more real effect of, see that? So thank you for watching, and I hope that you'll try making lily pads and how easy it was just coloring it and checking it out. All right, thank you. Have a great day, and also like and subscribe. It helps me out enormously. You are all doing a fantastic job at helping me, and see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.